All right, welcome to Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Romo Athletics and powered by the Rolla Athletic Booster Club. I'm your host, Tom Brown, and today we're talking to Coach Derek Heflin of the Rolla Bulldog football team. Coach, thanks for being here,
Hey,
man.
no problem, man.
Hey, so you just got done with
Just got off the parade.
parade route for
Right.
homecoming this weekend, man. How'd that go?
Yeah, well,
Ashton Stoney, bring my keys to the office, Ashton Stoney.
Need to have those keys to the office.
it's what live TV. It's what happens. But no, it's good. A lot of people came out to support. It's cool to have kids out there and get to drive around the community for a little bit, and it's all part of homecoming week, man.
And I want to say, is this like just like the third year of the parade or something?
That I don't. Last year we did it. I know when I was in high school, it was not a thing. I think it is a very recent thing. So, it's at least 2 years old.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
I'm going to say that might be about it. It's one of those kind of new things brought in, and it's tough because we have the Thursday night for the parade, Friday night's the game and then we do the Bulldog Pride Night now.
Yeah.
We've rolled that in at the same time, and then the homecoming dance is Saturday. So that's a lot of stuff going on. How do you keep your kids focused during this time right now?
It's one of those things where, we have a lot of older kids, so it kind of helps, and they have some experience with it all. But, yeah, there's a lot of homecoming week, there's always a lot of distractions and things that if you're not in the right mindset that can jump up and get you. But it is an exciting time, too, for the kids because they're making memories and doing stuff that they're going to remember for the rest of their life. So, the parade's cool. Hopefully tomorrow night goes well. The recognizing the homecoming people, it's Pride Night. Or the Hall of Fame people, excuse me. And then they'll, do the homecoming stuff at halftime. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on, a lot of exciting things for the kids, and then they get to go to the dance on Saturday. So it'll be a big night, and hopefully tomorrow night goes well and start the celebration off.
It's going to be it's going to be big. I mean, it's already tough to get everything in, especially when you have Bulldog Pride Night. The S&T has their STEM activity.
Yeah.
We got a halftime show by the band. They always bring everything out. Like I said, we have the Hall of Fame inductees for 2024 class. I think we're also going to recognize one of the older football teams.
Yeah,
just for the
I
anniversary.
think it's the anniversary of the '94 team that went 12-1, and went the furthest any Rolla High football team's ever done. We talked about them last week. There was a lot of really good guys on that team. They were fun to watch, and I was just a little kid, but no, it's good.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a busy night. Going to be a busy night up in the booth. We're excited about that. So before we get going and talk about last week's game and then this week's game coming up, we had change of pace again. Wednesday night for the dinner. How'd it go?
Went good. Here, I'm gonna forget somebody's. I write it down every week. So let me grab my phone. I meant to do it before we got on the air. But it was Maid Rite and Brown Vet Clinic, and then supplied us with fried chicken. And that was, everybody's like, I didn't know Maid Rite had fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
My little brother refused to eat Maid Rite. He only ate the fried chicken growing up. So I knew that it was good and delicious. And then Citizens Bank of Midwest, I think, donated the cookies, and then Sonic with the water. So good night. Everything went well, and everybody went home fed. So it was a good thing. And just different change of pace. We had the parade tonight. So it's been a busy week.
Yeah, we'll stockpile some of the Maid Rite sandwiches, take them out to my wife's brother in St. Louis.
Yeah.
We'll put them up, warm them all up, and because he loves himself some loose meat, and so I'm like, oh man, he loves it. So we'll pack some up, send them up to him, and my wife, she's a big fried chicken fan.
Yeah,
for Maid Rite.
Maid Rite is. I love Maid Rite.
Way to go.
It's a Rolla tradition.
Definitely. So let's talk about last week's game. You had the big drive down to Mount Home, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Man, nice long drive. We know you're going to face a power. You got Steve Airy, big time coach from the area. So we knew what we were kind of getting into going down there. I'm driving back from Indiana, so I'm listening to the game on the radio.
Yeah.
And it ends up being a 50-25 loss, which I know is disappointing just for the score. But at halftime, we're down 22-13.
Yeah.
And that's with, a turnover. We gave up some big plays. I mean, we're right in that game.
Yeah, defensively we came out early and got a stop, and then the offense goes down the field, and Mason hits that counter and goes 50, 60 yards. And, we had all the momentum. It came out well, and then they went on a long drive and answered, and then we kind of stalled out on offense, and then we snapped the ball over Carter's head and had the safety. Yeah. And then, they made some plays and they did some things, but for the most part, we were able to match with them and go blow for blow. And then about halfway through that fourth quarter, we kind of just ran out of gas, and I think they got 2 touchdowns on us in there at the end. So the score is not really indicative of the game. The kids played hard. They competed the whole time. I thought, they played with great effort for sure. And it's a building block. That's that will probably be the toughest team that we play till we get to our district. And that's, the message to the kids is, guys, we found some things, we did some things. We probably played 40 minutes of football with a team that's ranked in the top 10 in Class 6 in Arkansas. This is the kind of effort, the kind of focus that we need to going forward. So, it's one of those games where, yes, you wish you would have won, but I think we took away a lot of positive and a lot of building blocks moving forward in the last half of the season.
You think about, again, the defense has been really kind of our consistent, what they've done. And even though, they gave up a lot of points, but they made that contact in the backfield.
Oh,
They got
yeah.
this. We were in position to make plays. At any point, we could have got out of the set. It seems like.
Yeah, no, and
because
that
they
was-
converted some fourth downs, they converted some third downs.
Yes, they hit us with a screen pass, I think 3 times, and every time somebody was right there. That was defensively, somebody was there all night doing what everybody was doing their job, and we get one guy free, and we just missed some tackles that we didn't. I woke up at 7 a.m. from a text from my dad. He had knee surgery, so he has to watch it on TV. And it was, if you'd tackled better, you'd have probably won that game. And that was a great way to start my Saturday. But
Thanks,
you watch the film, and that's really what happened. Defensively, we did a good job. There was some stuff they were able to get us in some sets and just kind of outman us at a point of attack at the end. But we had guys free all night, and kids were making reads and getting where they were supposed to be. We just weren't quite finishing the way we had all year. And against a good football team, you can't do that stuff.
Exactly. And I guess that's kind of what we every week we talk about what you're building on.
Yeah.
Are you better than the week before? Have you put things in place? Have you got it? And I think even though, again, it's tough when you look at that score, and we don't want to be the people that are like, we're being homers and all this, but it really is the things you saw. Like I said, when you have people in position to make those plays.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, they're making those plays.
Yes.
But we also talk about the thing that Ari does is he rebuilds program and he starts in the weight.
Yeah.
And there were some men down there. That's what Ethan came back. He's like, Dad. He goes, those are some freaking men down there.
Yeah, and that's just, you got to take that as a learning step, and hopefully our guys see that, understand the importance of the weight room. I mean, like I said, we're way better than we were a year ago in there, but we still got a ways to go. And it's one of those things. It's got to trickle down all the way to we have the new junior high weight room on Tuesday. They're installing new equipment here, so we're gonna have some stuff and get some things rolling. I think it'll be exciting, and our weight program is a really good program that if our kids will get in there and do what they need to do, and that most of them have, you can see a difference and see our guys. And last year if we'd gone down there, we'd really not passed the eyeball test compared to them. But really they had some big dudes, but we had we looked pretty good against them. And like I said, we were real close to winning that football game. If you look at the score, it's 25-point difference. Just a few things go a little different. We make a couple tackles in the backfield where on those big plays, I think almost every big play they had but one, we had them in the backfield and somebody missed or fell off. And, we just got to rally the ball and get there better. And like I said, those things will be fixed as we go forward.
Yeah, we talked about Delagar's the counter, which has been an effective thing all year long because, again, every team's thinking we're going to pound that ball.
Yeah.
You come out that counter, and Delagar's been running really hard.
Yeah.
Great big break to win. But, again, they made their adjustments. They didn't fall for that one again.
Yeah.
We tried, and it just wasn't going to happen after that point, which, again, that's what good teams do. But then, again, you made some adjustments. So when that spread started, we got the gap in the score. So now, okay, great. Let's go to a full-fledged passing game.
Yeah.
And you're able to move the ball in that series, getting it up and down the court with.
Yeah, and even before that, we stayed and kind of, we put people all over the place on offense and get out of some of the flex mode stuff, and we were able to move the ball there. And then, when they got up 2 scores, we went to our spread stuff, and CP had a field day in there, and and our O-line gave Easton time, and Easton made some plays, and we had a big night in that. So like I said, those are that was stuff we were trying to get worked in against Kelly. It didn't work out, but they looked good last week against a really good football team doing it. So it's something that'll stay in the package and maybe evolve more as the season goes on.
Yeah, with your guys, you had a balanced attack, 144 yards passing, 134 yards rushing.
Yeah.
You normally would like to see more of that, as you know. They had a huge game rushing.
Yeah.
And again, you can do that when you get the lead. And some of those were some, they just kind of grind out those big plays.
Yeah.
Had them in the backfield with stops. The quarterback ran for almost 100 yards on us.
Yeah.
And again, those are ones where you think you got them, you think you have them in place. The next thing you know.
Yeah, and it's you look at it, and their kids were good too. That's the thing is our kids played hard and they competed, and that's like I said, if they're in the top 5 in Class 6 in Arkansas, they're a really good football team. They're 4-0. both teams we lost to this year have been fairly close games, and and we've had chances in the fourth quarter, and both those teams are 4-0. So there's some positives to take away from those first 4 weeks for sure.
Yeah. Late in the third quarter, we're still within 10. You're within that striking distance.
Yeah.
So again, a lot of great takeaways, especially at this time right now with what we're heading into. This is that patch in the season where there's again a lot of new teams going to be facing
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Some tough teams going to be up, dealing with some of the St. Louis programs. So it's kind of a good time. But you mentioned CP having a big game. Let's acknowledge that as CP. Once again, back-to-back weeks.
Yes.
He's now the Big Lots Big Dog Player of the Week this week as well.
Yeah, there were a couple guys on defense had a bunch of tackles, but it was CP had a game, and he made some big plays and had some chances, and we missed him a couple times and maybe dropped one or two. But he 9 catches for 120 yards. He was all over the place, and he played a heck of a game, and had the one touchdown on a hitch or pump and go, and did some really good things. So it was looking at the stats, it was pretty kind of easy to get him offensively. He was the standout, so that's where we went.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, like you talked about defensively, Richards again, 7 solo tackles, 4 assists. Cameron Moore again recovered from his great egg epidemic of last weekend with 9 tackles, 7 solo, 2, and Mrazowitz going with 5 and 5, and Kinder going 4-1. So yeah, good effort by your the guys you expect.
Yeah, and they did things, and it's just. We got to tackle a little better and play a full 48 minutes, and we'll be in a really good spot.
Right. So let's look at the. Sorry, I got to get back out of this bad boy. Oh yeah. The little technical difficulties here. There. There we go. How about that? We'll get back there. Nothing like having your software get updated right beforehand. So let's take a look again. Thanks for Brian Clark for the Big Lots Big Dog sponsorship. So Friday night, we already talked about that homecoming game. We got North County coming in. The North County Raiders coming to town. Have we ever played North County?
Not that I can remember. They're actually the shoe carts used to play them at Salem when Salem was Class 4. They matched up in the semifinals, I think, or quarterfinals in the playoffs 3 or 4 times. I think I don't want to. I think they're 3-0 against them, but they're a good solid program. They're down there and it's Bonne Terre, Missouri. I don't know. It's southeast Missouri somewhere. So they're going to come down. They're going to be physical and they're going to get after it. It'll be a good game.
Yeah, they're all that South St. Louis area. You got the Hillsboro. Then they typically. I think they just battled them last week, and they'll play Festus, I think, next week.
Yes.
And so they're 2-2 on the season. When you were talking about that before, when you talked to Dave Roberts, they run that I formation. Surprisingly, they do quite a bit of play action, which not surprisingly, you expect to do it, but they also run the spread. With that single back spread out of the shotgun.
Yeah.
And of course that's almost always a pass. Every once in a while they might get some runs out there. But that eye, they're kind of tricky with how they run that eye. They do some nice deception coming back to those nice little play action passes.
They've got some good stuff, and they do some stuff that is unique. And we just got to make sure we're playing sound, fundamental football and playing our responsibilities. And I think we'll be all right. This is the benefit of being kind of running the offense we do. Our defense goes against our offense every day. So those guys have been facing this stuff, since June. So July. But it'll be good for them to get. That experience will be good for them tomorrow night on the field for sure, because they understand how to fit that stuff and how it hits quick and just the different actions. And you see, because there's a lot of stuff going on, and I think our guys got an idea of what to do and how to fit it, and it should be good for us.
Good. Yeah, and you look, I think the defensive ends are going to be really big tomorrow night because a lot of their passing and rolling out on those as well.
Yeah.
So they'll run kind of little bootlegs coming out of there if they do a play action pass, they'll roll them out. So containing that in the spread, the same thing, not getting overzealous and I got a guy back here with that, but make sure they're contained. But then with the pressure we've been able to get in the backfield, I really expect some big things from our DNs this week.
Yeah, no, I think Cam and Eli have a good night. It's one of those things where, like I said, a lot of the stuff they do is similar stuff that we do. It's just a little different formationally. So our guys are going to be in good spots, and Cam and Eli have been good all year for us. And those, all those guys we roll through there at D tackle are doing a good job. And it's one of those nights where the goal is to keep Trent and Reedy free let them run around, make a bunch of tackles, and have Hammer and Kinder out there if the ball spills out. And Jack always seems to do a really good job of cleaning stuff up. So, there's some good things we can do in defense. We just got to keep doing what we've been doing.
So do you think anything you're going to see a little more passing? You think this week, based on what you've kind of been building on it? I mean, each week, like I said, and Kelly, you would have done a lot more,
Yeah.
but the game got out of hand so quick.
It's just going to be those things as we go, how it dictates and go. Obviously we want to be a run first team, but if we have the ability to throw the ball, we're not going to sit there and bang our head against the wall. Trying to run it if that's a struggle. If we can spread it out, get our guys in space and make plays, we're going to do whatever it takes to win the game and whatever's advantageous to our guys.
Okay. Well, before we finish up here, I just want to kind of recognize some of our sponsors again. We have a lot of people coming on board, which is always great to have, and because you already talked about with Made Right, then Citizens Midwest National Bank,
yeah,
I think,
yeah.
and they were there providing for the team meal tonight. Some people we got Dan Collier, State Farm. Always said, he's not just a good neighbor, he's a great neighbor.
Yeah.
He'll be out there manning that chain gang Friday night, so he's always doing those things. I love that. Look, we got our own. It's like the day we got the press going out there, fans going on. Phelps County Bank, 100% employee owned, mypcb.com. Again, Bulldog fans at night, they're bankers by day, but they're always a great sponsor of all Bulldog athletics. Kobe Wands, two-time All-State Bulldog basketball player, collegiate player, does an incredible job training. Spent a lot of time with Ethan. He's just done a great job. So again, loving having him as on our sponsorship. Again, Big Dog Athlete of the Week, Brian Clark. Thanks for doing that. And MVP Apparel is going to be coming on.
Oh,
yeah, they do a great job. Put a lot of the Bulldog parents in Bulldog gear, so glad to have them as well. So, final question. So, are you more confident in your ability to throw like a 30-yard post pass to CP and hit him in stride, or getting on the mound and throwing a strike by him when he's batting clinic?
It would be throwing the post. Pitching was never my strong suit. I think I started for 2.5 years on the baseball team here when I was in high school, but I played first and third, and if I was throwing it, I didn't know where he was going. So there's more likely if he gets in the batter's box, I'm gonna hit him than throw it by him. So yeah, we'll go with the post pass.
I got that. That makes a lot of sense. All right, well, Coach, appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow. Good luck. Let's bring home homecoming victory.
Yes, sir.
And give a big shout out to Bulldogs. It'll be great having alumni at the house with homecoming, and then again recognizing the 1994 team. Going to be recognizing them just during the game on one of the quarters. We got the Hall of Fame class coming out. We'll do that before the game. Homecoming coronation band playing. It's going to be just a big night for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and hopefully everybody comes out to support them. Our guys have worked hard. We're going to put a good show for everybody. There's going to be a lot going on here tomorrow night. So everybody come out, have fun, and let's celebrate a Bulldog win.
Sounds great. So for Coach Derek Heflin, I'm Tom Brown, and from inside the huddle to the heart of the game, we'll see you next time.